Ayo. I was hoping this would be a music stream, but something else has taken precedence, unfortunately. Hope you guys are having a good night and stuff like that. Yeah, I was originally planning on making this music stream just to replace my intro music, because it's been a little while. Plus I have, like, I made that theme when I was still using... what's it called? MuseScore 4, that's it. And still a fine program, especially if you just want to get started with it. It's just very stilted, and there's a lot more you can do with FL Studio in order to make it more organic, though I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Like, there's a term in music called musicality, wherein you make these small little micro adjustments in order to make the music, I guess, more authentic. Because like when you make something digitally, you can basically repeat the same thing, like, exactly. But then when you're performing something live, you're never gonna hit it within, you know, the same, or at the exact same millisecond, at the exact same, like, pentasecond? That sort of thing. But it's little adjustments like that that, how I put it, can help you engage your audience and stuff like that. Like, you might try to, like, when you see a note like, I know, A, for instance, you could just play it normally. You could also take a look at the notes from the composer, but it's ultimately up to the performer about how they want to do it. I mean, of course, you can't just, like, go wild with it. Like, during quiet section, just, like, crank it up to, I don't know, 20 decibels or something like that. It takes a certain finesse to it, I believe. It's sort of like the difference between reading a book versus acting a book. Like reading Shakespeare when you're a student versus when you're seeing it at, like, your local theater or something like that. But that's just me. I would like to dedicate the stream to... how do you put it? It feels like I've been doing a lot of Hololive stuff, or at least some indie stuff. But reading the announcement this morning with Aqua's graduation from Hololive was very unexpected. I'm not gonna contribute to the clout just because, like, how do I put it? Mostly because I have nothing to offer. But what I can offer is just commemoration. I remember watching Aqua's streams. Well, not really her streams, but clips and animated shorts here and there. Back when the pandemic was in full swing. Like, she was part of that group that broke the ice along with... yeah, Miko was up there, Pecora, and Hachima, I believe. And a lot of her stories were just about, like, how introverted she was at the beginning, how it can be notoriously difficult to hold a conversation with her, which I found pretty endearing considering, like, how far she's come since then, like holding multiple solo lives, holding, or rather creating a whole bunch of, like, music videos for herself, and also collaborating with others for their music stuff, like Huion, Aski, Suisei, Toa, that sort of thing. It's been nice knowing her for the past, like, nearly 6 years now, so I'd like to commemorate that with this piece over here, at least. So, let's get to it. Draw. And get this out of the way. Bam. So I kind of need to have her image over here just so that I have the palette to rapidly select, but that's not really the big reason. Yeah. I figured I'd try doing a close-up this time. Like, in filmmaking, there's terms that use, like, long shot, medium shot, close-up shot, and extreme close-up. Each one of them having different meanings. When it comes down to close-up shots like this, though... oh wait, I wonder if there's a way I can create a palette. Nope, that's not it. Ah, come on. Additional color set? Ah, nice, I can edit. Okay, create a new set. Aqua. so I need... Come on, how do I get you? I need you in here? Oh, come on. I should have experimented with this beforehand, but that's fine. Add color. That's weird. Hold on just a moment. I wonder why it doesn't let me... Let me see how I can get this to work. Sudo add color to palettes. Done. Add color. Add the current color to the color set by tapping the add color icon at the bottom of the color. Like that. Or by pressing... That's weird. It's not letting me do that. What the heck? That's so weird. Whatever. I'll have to figure it out later. In the meantime, let me just finish off this basic rough draft then, and then go from there. So I already have the eyes and the... Yeah, I already have the eyes in play. So it's just a matter of adding in the hair. I'm gonna keep it fairly simplistic just because, like, I haven't really drawn this character that much. I'll need to clean up my brushwork later, but that's fine. Then over here, I could go from left to right, that's fine. Here to... I can add some jaggedness later. do wonder if Hololife's gonna be okay. I mean, of course there's room for so many different talents over there, but this isn't the first graduation that they've had for creative differences. I mean, it's the first one for a long-term member like this, but there were times in the past where people split off for different reasons. Let's see. Like, Coco's would probably be the most noticeable, I'd say. Although for her, I think things worked out regardless. Like, she still had like quite a dedicated following afterwards. I'm hoping they'll, well, whatever Aqua decides to do in the future is her business. So all you can really do is like wish her the best, really. And more than that, reflect on the memories that they leave behind and stuff. Like, that sort of positive effect. For me, it's mostly through the medium of shorts and stuff. Though I do recall how she was basically the final boss for many a Mario Kart tourney. Just due to her dedication when it came down to, I guess, grinding and stuff like that. She was terrifying when in a race like that. Same thing for Apex too. She had a very aggressive playstyle, or still probably has that, wherein it was hard for some people to keep up to. I can't remember who it was who tried playing Apex with her and just got carried. Might have been Suisse. Okay, this is coming along well. I need to be more confident in my lines. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Or is that it? No, not quite. Is that it? This should be parallel. Yeah, give or take-ish. I would like to color this later, I just don't know if I have... Like, ideally I would want to do watercolor with this. But I'm not sure that's feasible for me, considering that it's not the type of medium that I use. But maybe it's appropriate considering the circumstances. And the braid would go ideally along here. Good thing I have all of that practice from literally everyone who has a braid. Just gotta be sure I get the curvature right. Because it kind of goes along the sides, so this side should be rounder, and then the other side should be flatter. The other reason why I was kind of late to streaming today, though, was mostly out of my own selfishness, or at least wallowing and stuff. There's a certain manhwa called Hive. It ended like quite a while ago, but I liked it because it was basically like a survival show, like The Walking Dead. So very heavily based on like like intergroup drama on facing off against like swarms of enemies, that sort of thing. There we go. So I was surprised that there was a sequel series for it. The downside was that on Webtoons, it's kind of limited to the daily pass right now. But I basically just read through all of it in 2 days. There's like 144 chapters in all, but it goes by very quickly. Like, it's very well paced. It's just that, like, early on it seemed a little bit directionless, but now with the current like final arc, it seems like all the pieces are falling together, barring one thing that the antagonist has, which kind of comes out of nowhere, not gonna lie. But it's rare to see like a good survival series like that, just because like you exhaust quite a few tropes when it comes down to it. Like, of course you're gonna have like love triangles, you're gonna have like people getting sacrificed, people like dying before it feels like their arc is fully complete, that sort of thing. As well as like positive tropes like people coming back from the dead repeatedly for some reason. Right, how does this braid go? It just kind of goes on. Okay. So if the eyebrow's over here, then there should be some hair going downwards. Curving a bit beyond the ear over here. There we go. I need to redo the spray then. That's okay. I haven't really watched The Walking Dead when it comes down to like survival series like that. Though I do know it kind of got, I guess, overrated and the pacing was weird. I do like the overall message of it though, because I kind of spoiled myself in some parts. That being like, you're able to, it's possible to still coexist with people despite, you know, living in a hostile environment. And hell, it's that coexistence that allows people to, I guess, survive, like actually enjoy life and stuff like that. Oh, I know. I need to start from the base here. Yeah, there we go. Is that it? Yeah. And then curve a little bit. it's sort of like, when it comes down to a braid, it's sort of like, matching. Like they'll both go down like that. I hope I'm doing this right. And then tie it all up. Like that. Give it a bit of bounce. Aha, there we go. I could also increase the size considering this is a really, like, it's very close up to your face. Oh, it still works. So that's the bangs. Now it's just a matter of adding in hair ties, I guess. Oh, there should be... Should there be a braid here? Probably, right? Because, like, over here should be... hair. There we go. Okay, so then that vanishes behind the bang. And then I just gotta add in the bow. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to see from that point. Then from this point, the hair should be going downwards like that. And then the cutoff point for the other ponytail, can't really see from that angle. So that's fine. Just gotta have room for the other bow then. So if the midpoint is over here, then that means the angle for the tip should be somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here is fine. It should be around the position of her mouth, if my estimates are correct. Oops. There we go. Alright. while we add in a bit of the bow to the side over here, because it should be under the braid-ish. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, where does that leave me? Nose, face, bangs. I guess highlights. Should be one over here. And then another one just over here. Then I'll need to color those in later. Alright. Let me fix up that smell a little bit. Let's go ahead and do the line work then. After I do the line work, I can start working on the coloring. I am straight up horrible when it comes down to my line work though. Just too messy with it. That, or maybe I need to improve what type of pen I use. Just straight lines. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to be approximate. Especially going through some of the older Final Fantasy XIV content, just because, like, on my account I had missed a bunch of them. Like, for some reason I never leveled up my crafters, or rather, I spent way too much money doing, like, leveling up my crafters the wrong way, which is through Grand Company seals and all that. So that'll cost me financially in the long run, but oh well. But when I was getting into the Stormblood quests, a lot of it was basically just like every culture finding about like the Far East and totally being like crazy over it. Like with the crafter storyline specific, or carpenter's storyline specifically, it's like, wow, we have, or take a look at all this new Eastern furniture. I'm gonna get on that. And then the whole storyline was going down to the east in order to figure out like how their society works and what sort of products like the people from Eorzea can make through that. I mean, of course, whenever you're gonna have like new culture, people are gonna look at like stuff that's like similar and dissimilar, find things that catch their eye, that sort of thing. No, that's not the line. I believe it was Mark Twain who said, like, the best cure for ignorance is just to go on vacation and stuff like that. Although, I suppose the meaning of traveling and vacation has changed nowadays. Like, I was going over a Wisecrack video about, like, why tour boats, or, like, cruise ships, aren't necessarily the best means for experiencing a country. In that, when you're on a cruise ship, you're shown a very curated experience. That being, like, you know, shows on the boat. Then when you get off the boat, you're only allowed to, well, it's recommended that you stay around certain ports, especially because they will leave you behind if you don't make it back to port on time. I mean, sucks if you get kidnapped, I guess, but, you know, them's the works. But their talk of experiencing the local culture makes a lot of sense to me, because it's like, with a cruise, you only get to know the staff. And even then, most of the people staffing that ship are going to be, like, Filipinos or other people, like, just chilling, doing the service work. It's only, like, the sailors who... Or not even the sailors, because, like, that's usually staffed by foreign crews as well. Maybe the captain would be a little bit different. But that might just be due to, like, regulations. Okay. For me, whenever I go traveling, it's usually on foot. Occasionally with buses and stuff like that. I don't really drive myself, so I know I'm already at a massive disadvantage. But it's nice to see, like, differences between how things work in Canadian society versus other societies, even down to the architecture and stuff like that. For instance, going down to Europe was particularly interesting just due to how cramped everything feels. So that goes there. Oh, wait. Yeah, there shouldn't be a line break there. Whoops. This should be all in one piece. And then it breaks up. And then we go over here. And then upwards. It's a little over, but that's fine. Just take it out of the next chunk like that. Down. Just like that. Whoops. It's not wavy like that, it needs to be more curved. There we go. And then here, it's a very thin strand. Kind of pokes in. Oops. Needs a bit more of a curve. No, not like that. Sure. And then a big strand of hair over here. Then up top, down we go. There. And then oh, that was like a perfect line. Nice. Thank you, stabilization. Dun, dun, dun. It's okay if it's a little bit thick. Probably don't need this many divisions considering how close up it is already. So it's just double the size. Bit like that. Oops. Right, and back. Is that a bit much? Probably. All right, nice. And then this over here will be the bow. Then nose. Oh. Is that all right? I'm sure we can do better. Yeah, there we go. I'll probably go back and redo the eyelashes just because, like, it's supposed to be far thinner, or far thicker, actually. Like, girls got that Maybelline treatment down. It's like uniformly thick. wish I could use the mirror tool on this too, but the curvature of the face does not allow me to do that, unfortunately. You'll need to tune that part up a little bit later. That's fine. Right. So that's the line work. Let me tidy this up a little bit. I mean, I could redesign how the eyebrows are. If it's not too big of a pain. That a bit too much. Oh, too much over there too. There. The real question is what to do with the coloring. That layer. Or is it? No. Yeah, that is the right layer. Bah. Alright. Now for the heart parts, coloring. How to do this. I really wish the palette would work, but it really... It's so strange. I'll have to figure out how to do that later, but whatever. I'll just need to keep popping out. Keep using this template over here, dragging the color, then dragging back in. And then the question too is what sort of texture, or yeah, texture I want to use. In terms of what I have available, like Clip Studio is amazing for just finding like resources, people just straight up upload so many things for free. Like whether it's background assets, pens like these, all of that. I want to do something that's like watercolor based though, but I have no experience when it comes down to that. Let's try this out. That's alright. It doesn't quite show up as much because yeah, this color is very faint. If I change my paper color. Oh no, but then, whatever. Just gotta roll with it. I wonder if my selection tool works now that I think about it. Eh? Oh no. Okay, one more time. Oh, that's not what I want. Come on, you can do better. One more time? No, you just keep selecting the outsides. Ah, whatever. Just gotta do things the old-fashioned way, I guess. So typically, there's a few different styles you can do with watercolor. Dry brushing is the one that I'm most familiar with, mostly because there's not much difference between dry brushing and straight up painting. With dry brushing, you basically use a minimal amount of water so that the water doesn't like trickle all over the place. But with wet washing though, this alright? Yeah, this is alright. You typically do a wet wash if you want the colors to bleed over a little bit, kind of like this. Oh my gosh, this is a lag in my computer. Wow. Okay, also I need to make sure this layer is underneath my line work so that I don't go too over the line. Oops. What size do I want? Oh my gosh, how much resources is this hogging? Okay. Let me just decrease the size a little bit. Nice. I think I'm fine going a bit outside the lines, if it makes it more authentic. Alright, next up, here, I guess. Get out here, Mini Aqua. Let me change. Oh no. Sure. toy with you. That's too small. Oh wait. There we go. It's not quite giving the effect that I want. Rounds? The thing with watercolor too is that the more you layer it, the more darker the colors get too. I could also try. Yeah, maybe watercolor isn't the way to go. Darn. Let's try a different style. What else we got here? Oil paints. If I go back to my carving brush, because I want to give a certain texture to it. Maybe. What do you do? Maybe this one? Yeah, this one works. So that's over in pens. What do I have over here? Oh, that's not bad either. Yeah, this gives it a more rough texture. Nice. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger then. okay if it's a little rough around the edges. Very interesting texture it gives. Oh no, my face is stuck. Hold on. There we go. Oh, not again. I'm still stuck in an impasse here. How to color it. Airbrush. Haven't really used this tool in a while. No, I think it has to be some sort of pencil. It's just not giving the texture I need. This one has some weird frizziness to it. I like it though. Yeah, if I had that sort of tip, or that tapering at the tip, that's fine. Okay, finally. There we go. Mechanical pencil. It's okay to be a little bit over the lines. I'll fix it up later. No, this isn't it either. It has to be some sort of brush, but what? Okay, this could work. Yeah, just a big brush like this. Nice. I'll save this as a new layer. Try something else. Kind of feel like Andy Warhol at the moment, just trying out different things. Probably should have tested this beforehand though, but that's on me. Mud brush. Okay, this works too. Let's bump you up. Yes, that's it. Oops. Very good. Okay, finally found the brush I needed. Wow. Where if this blends? No, good. Probably don't even need my line work that low. Okay, and then just fill in the gaps. Then what to do? Just change up this line work a little bit because I notice it's a little bit. This strand of hair is a little bit too thick. No, that's not it. Whatever. Borrow this again, get that. And probably that. That's weird, it's leaving some artifacts behind. Alright, so... Oh, right. Gotta get this down. Now it's just a question of how to shade this. I oriented that shading wrong. Oops. I like the mud brush, it's just like something weird happens with the tip of it when I try to do short lines. How's that? Okay, so if the light's coming in from this direction over here, there should be darkness coming in around here, favoring this side-ish. Then again, over here. I really just don't like how it ends up like that. Is there really no better brush? No, that's not it. Maybe there's some way I can modify this. Wait, was it really just in the anti-aliasing? Oh my gosh, it was. Okay, whatever. Change you to default. Okay, let's try this one more time. No, it's still a bit there. It's just not as pronounced. I think I'll need to color this later. Just until I find a better brush, because right now I'm hitting a wall. Also, should probably improve my line work a little bit too. Like, it's meant to be a simple drawing anyway, but it's just not quite up to my standards, I think. So I'll try again later. As I am now, this just me being frustrated, which is never a good thing when you're trying to draw like this. Like, draw for a reason. Draw to capture an aesthetic. Try to draw positively. So I'll tune that up a little bit later. There's gotta be a better brush out there. I just need something that won't result in that weird brush tip. And then, what else? Yeah, sort of gives that desaturated look to it. Oh, I'll figure that out later. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a break. It's gonna be a long weekend for me, so I'm hoping I can get a little bit more content by then. And this whole thing with Aqua's image there's still time at least, so I'm not in too big of a rush. Oh well. Hope you guys have a good night. See ya.